It's still January, so our New Year's resolutions are fresh and possible. And we're joined today by Dr. Upshaw, Medical Director at NeuroSpa TMS, to talk about some things that we all might be overlooking with resolutions this year. Doctor, thank you for being here. Appreciate having you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so TMS, I have not heard of this acronym before. What does that stand for?
It stands for transcranial magnetic stimulation, which is a mouthful, but basically...
I'm glad we said TMS.
Yes, exactly. TMS is much better.
So I think a lot of times people focus on their health, rightfully so, with resolutions, but they don't always think about mental health as much.
Right. So we, at the New Year, we have people who come in who have been depressed for years, and it's really a good opportunity to kind of check back in with your mental health treatment to see, you know, have you tried everything that's out there for your mental health? A lot of people have heard of medication, psychotherapy, but if those treatment options haven't worked well for you, TMS is another option.
Mm-hmm. So when people say mental health, sometimes they'll say psychological health. Can we talk about that as an umbrella term, what that's referring to, psychological health?
Yeah, you know, psychological health is things like depression, anxiety, nervousness, which we all experience at one time or another. But if this is happening to you on a daily basis, and maybe friends or loved ones have noticed that you're not quite yourself, it's really something you should look into getting treated, because there is very good treatment out there for anxiety and depression.
And sometimes you don't know it's something that can be treated because it's the way it's always been in your life. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? Like, I am an anxious person, and it never occurred to me that could be a chemical problem that can be treated. So that's why I'm excited to talk about an alternative treatment like TMS. So I want to know, how actually does it work?
Right. The TMS uses magnetic pulses that are generated from a magnet, like an MRI magnet. So this is a pain-free procedure, and it targets specific areas of the brain that are out of sync with depression and anxiety. We used to think of depression as, or the brain as like a bowl of soup. And if you were depressed, you know, the mixture was off in the soup. But now with MRI technology, we've been able to map out circuits in the brain that are actually out of sync. So we think of circuits now, not as much of a chemical imbalance. And the thing about TMS is it's able to target those circuits and get them back in sync again. And this is an FDA-cleared procedure since 2008. It's covered by every insurance plan, including Medicare. So most people come to us and have the procedure covered by their insurance.
And you were telling me what's so interesting about this is we keep saying that it's targeted. And a lot of the times the antidepressants can have some side effects because it affects other parts of the brain, but not TMS.
Correct. So we think that antidepressants actually work in the same way as TMS. They get these circuits restarted and functioning properly again, but they hit all the circuits in the brain, and they hit your whole body. So you can have unwanted side effects, or it doesn't work quite as well. And so the TMS actually targets the specific areas of the brain that are out of sync, like the image that's showing right now.
Yeah, can you, doctor, explain this image to us? Because I just
absolutely.
See some
So the image on the left is of a depressed brain, and the one on the right is someone who's not suffering from a clinical depression. And you can obviously see the difference. And those are images from a functional MRI. And what TMS can do is restart those circuits, so a brain that's suffering from depression now looks like one that's healthy, and the person obviously feels better and is not depressed anymore.
It's nice to hear someone tell you with a medical degree to tell you that this is normal and that it's not our fault, like stigmas have led us to believe it's treatable and it's chemical and it's possible that we can feel better this year. So if people want more information, where can they go, doctor?
I encourage people to go to our website. You can just Google NeuroSpa TMS. And you can learn more information about the treatment. And also, I would encourage anyone who has tried medication or psychotherapy that hasn't worked to go ahead and reach out to us, because this is a different type of treatment that may be effective for you.
Yeah. Well, thank you for being here, doctor. Appreciate having you.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. Like you said, for more information, you go to NeuroSpaTMS.com or call 813-694-5485. Daytime will be right back.